bumper comes off, pull it down slowly. Hey guys, Rolando from ReveMoto. So today I'm going to be working on this 2019 BMW 5 Series rear bumper removal and installation. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on that push notification, and also hit that like button. If you guys need this particular bumper for your vehicle, go to ReveMoto.com, your pre-painted auto body parts source, and also the link is up above and down below, so you guys go ahead and purchase this bumper ready to go, painted, and then shipped right to your door. Alright, so a couple basic tools we're going to be using today. It's going to be an 8mm socket wrench right there, a T20 Torx bits, let me flip that around, a T20 Torx, it looks like this, it's like a little star looking thing. Mine, I'm going to put an adapter like this so I can put that on. And then we're going to use a 10mm right there. This one's a little bit rusty, but you guys can see the 10mm socket wrench right there. So if you guys look down here, there will be bolts on the side, like right there. It's gonna be one, gonna be a second one right there, and then a third one is like right here. It's kind of hiding, but it's right here. But let me go ahead and show you guys how to take that off. So guys, if you grab one of these 8mm right here, get the longer one so you can guys get through the wheel well right here. So one is gonna be, so if you guys come to the side of the bumper, feel directly behind it, and then you'll see you'll feel like a couple bolts. It's gonna be 1, 2, and 3. So one right here, one in the middle, and then one a little bit above. Okay, so right there. All right, so those bolts look like this, and there's 3 of them. So now, once you get those 3 bolts off, there's gonna be a fender liner right here. So you're just gonna use your hand and push back on that fender liner like that. I don't know if you guys can see, but you push it back like this. Just like that. And you come up right here. It's like right here. If you guys put your finger right there, so right here, put your finger right there, you'll feel another bolt. So again, that's gonna be an 8. It's like an awkward position, but you guys can get it. So just go ahead and take it off. Just gotta keep on feeling for that bolt. It's easier if you take off the wheel, but to me, it's not necessary to take off the wheel. If you guys used to go ahead and use your hands to guide you where that bolt is, you'll be perfectly fine. Plus, this video helps a lot, so you guys don't have to kind of guess where it is. I'm kind of showing you guys where it is. All right, so that bolt looks like the same exact one. So right there. All right, so you guys go ahead and duplicate the exact same thing you did over here on the other side of the bumper. All right, once you get both sides of the bumper taken off, like the bolts on both sides, on the other side too, you're gonna go underneath, right underneath this bumper right here. Sorry for the shaky video, but you're gonna see this black cover right here. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts that lines up like right there, and right there in the on the back. So if you get those off, that's also going to be an 8mm, and that'll complete the bottom portion of this removal. So again, that's going to be an 8mm right underneath here. So I'm going to count it out while I take it off. It's going to be 1 right here, 2 right here, whoop, one fell. So you guys are gonna take off this cover right here. If you put your finger right here, just kind of pull up, and it will just come off. It's just held down by these push pins right here. Put that to the side. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen up the tail light, because right here there's a bracket and sometimes the bumper gets caught up on it. So I'm gonna loosen up that tail light with a 10 millimeter. Loose enough. And then right here, that's where you're gonna use that Torx bits. So let me show you guys. So right there is gonna be your T20 Torx bits. Gonna go right in there and take off that little bolt right there. Okay, let me guys go and show you guys how to take that off. And just like that right there. And do that same thing to the other side. All right, once you guys get the bolts all taken off of the sides of the bumper, the bolt on the tail light area, and also the bolts underneath the bumper, like in the middle, go ahead and pull from one side first. Let me show you guys that. So you use your hands and pull right here. Oh, let me see. Is there a bolt? Oh, so there's another bolt right here. I believe. Yep, there's another bolt right here. It's going to be an 8. Alright. So another one right there. So once you also take that one bolt down there off, do that on the other side too. You can go ahead and pull like that. Alright, so just leave that there and pull the other side. Once you guys have both sides pulled off a little bit on each side, right there, I'm gonna go ahead and take it from one side and then pull. You're gonna have to use a little bit of force. So take it from right here. Use your hands and kind of like, you gotta have some force into it. You gotta release it from that clip. There we go. So you gotta release it from that clip right there. So hold on right here. There we go. And then slowly take it off because you have that sensor. Ah, so this one particular bumper right here in the bottom is catching on. So if you guys look down here, let me see if I can show you guys. It's catching on right here. It's like this little piece right here is catching on. So we're gonna go ahead and use something flat and pry right here so you can release it. So for me, I have something flat like this. A flathead would do also, but I'm gonna go underneath here and find where it's attached and just pull it off. All right, once it comes off, pull it down slowly. And then on this particular bumper, you can go ahead and unhook it right here. So it looks like, there you go. So you press on these two sides right here and it'll release it. And now you have that bumper all taken off. So one of the things that you guys didn't see in the last video, and I'm gonna get an up close view on it, it's like this thing right here. This bracket that's behind the bumper itself. The bumper is held on through these like little clips right here. So all you do on there is get something flat, and you're gonna locate those tabs and basically put a flathead in between the actual bumper and this tab right here and push down, and then you're gonna pull the bumper back, and then it should dislodge from each of those little sockets or slots. So you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, but we'll take a look at the back of the bumper. So that's what I'm talking about, this little brackets right here, those tabs. That's held down by that bracket. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of those that you're gonna pull off with that bracket. So let's go ahead and get this bumper installed. So I'm gonna show you guys how to install the sensor. I didn't show you guys how to take it off. Ran a little bit late on my painting on this bumper. But basically, I'm gonna show you guys how to install it, and I'm also gonna show you guys how easy it is to take it off. But one of the things that you guys are gonna have to watch out for is that this tab right here, this sensor right here, has this plastic piece. Let me see if I can show you right there. And it comes off of this sensor right here. But you gotta make sure that you have that back in place whenever you guys install it back on the new bumper. Because if you don't, then the sensor might act up. But it's easily, whenever you guys pull this off, 9 out of 10 times this thing gets stuck on the bumper. So let me show you guys how to put this on and then how to take it off really easily. So flip the bumper upside down. Alright, so to install it, basically, you're just gonna push down on it. It's really easy. So you find make sure they all line up. So this one is gonna be the wrong way. So line it up first before you start pushing down on it. So once you have it all lined up, basically all you do is push down on it and then you hear a click. Okay? So right there you guys can see the gasket is perfectly circle and it's not like warped or anything. If it is warped, take it back out, unplug the sensor and put it back in so it makes sure it goes around the sensor perfectly. So the first thing we're going to do is line up these tabs onto the brackets down here. Make sure they're lined up, and then we're going to push it. Then we're going to line it up and push the sides into place. And we're also going to clip the sensor wires into place also. So remember, the bumper itself, right here, it goes underneath the tail light, and that should secure it. You don't push it in don't push it in all the way right now, but you have to line up this side too. All right. So since that's lined up, we're gonna go underneath and try to put those tabs and clip them on. All right, so now those are clipped on. That's really easy. So now we're gonna go to the side and we're gonna push it into place. So before I continue on, I'm just gonna show you guys how the underside of the bumper looks like. So basically right there is clipped on by that bracket. There's one, be a secondary one right there, a third one, and the fourth one over down there. So make sure the bracket is clipped on. All right, so one thing I forgot to do is clip that sensor on. So you can pull it out a little bit, and then it's pretty flexible. Just grab the two cables and then plug it in. And you should hear a click. There we go. And then just put it back into place. So we're gonna line this back up. So now that it's all lined up, we're gonna push the tail light portion in, and you hear that click. And then you're gonna go ahead and come over here and bang it, and then you hear a click. So now that's in place, okay? Now you have this side, and that should go easily in too. And just push that in. So just make sure everything's lined up before you start pushing it in. Because once you push it in, then it clicks on, and a portion of it's not in place, you might ruin the paint. So right there, that's good. We're gonna go to the other side and do the same exact thing. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is put the top bolt back into place with the 8mm socket, and then we're gonna put the 1, 2, 3 on the side, okay? So remember, these bolts right here go behind the fender liner. So if the fender liner it's anywhere in front of the bumper itself, like like it's stuck behind the bumper, then make sure that the fender liner is in front of the bumper. So make sure that's how it usually goes on. Then one thing that I do want to show you guys, there's like two different types of bolts, okay? So you have this pointy one right there, and then you have this one right here that's kind of like flat on the top and it's longer. So make sure this one right here goes onto the side of the bumper. This one goes underneath the bumper. So right now I'm gonna pull the fender liner back. I'm gonna search for that hole. All right, so it's right there. I like to hand tighten it first, so I can just put it into place. And then get my socket wrench. Make sure it's positioned the right way. With one hand, I'm holding the fender liner back, and then the other one, I'm securing the bolt. All right. So the bolt for this one is like right here. You can feel it. And then put that fender liner back in front of the bumper, and then put those other three bolts in there. So as you guys can see, I'm hand tightening it first, and then I'm using my socket wrench to go ahead and tighten it up. And if you can't find the hole and you got to push back on the bumper like that, go ahead and do so. So again, I'm just feeling it, seeing where that hole is, found it, and just kind of guiding it in. And there's one more bolt down here. So if you can't find it, just go look underneath. All right, so now that's underneath. Go ahead and tighten that up. And you're gonna repeat this step on the other side too. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that on the other side. All right guys, so once you guys have the sides in place, go ahead and go underneath, and there's gonna be, I believe, 8, last time we counted, 2, 4, 6, 8 of these bolts. Oh, almost forgot, you guys have to put this one on there too. So put this, I believe it's this way. Let's double check. Yep, it's like this. So just line it up and then tighten it up. So I'm gonna give you guys a closer look at what it looks like underneath there. So basically, this little support right here, or this little cover, is gonna be underneath the bumper. So it covers the whole entire bumper with those prongs. And then just secure the this little cover with those bolts. Alright guys, once you guys have that lower piece back into place, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the side of the bumper, or right next to the taillight. I'm gonna go ahead and put that bolt, actually that Torx bits T20 into place. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one into place. So you may have to, if you need to push it in a little bit, go ahead and do so, but mine is perfectly aligned. So go ahead and, I like to, again, hand tighten it first to make sure it's in the right place before you start putting it in with a ratchet, so you don't, oh, that one fell. So it doesn't strip the bolt. All right, once that's in place, I'm gonna go ahead and put that cover. Actually, we're gonna put those bolts into place right here for the taillight. Again, we remove those bolts just so we can get a little bit more easy access onto the bumper prongs. In case you got stuck, we could wedge something in there to get that prongs off. But if you didn't need it off, then you didn't have to take the bolts off. But for safe measure, I did, because it always gets stuck for some reason. And that one time you're trying to demonstrate that it's supposed to get stuck, it doesn't get stuck. All right, so go ahead and tighten that back up with a 10mm, and then put this cover back into place. So remember, all it is pushed in by these little prongs, and there's a prong right here on top. So just line it up with the prongs. Alright, do the same thing on the other side. Alright guys, so that's how you install a 2019 BMW 5 Series rear bumper. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hey guys, I do want to thank you again for watching our great videos. If you guys need any parts for your vehicle, the ones that you guys see in our videos, or anything else, go to ReveMoto.com, your pre-painted auto body parts source. We sell bumpers, taillights, headlights, touch-up bottles, everything that you need for your vehicle. Go to ReveMoto.com, your pre-painted and accessories parts store. Also, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on your push notification for more great videos like this one. Thank you.